Трамбабам, прамбабам, прамбабам, красный скорпион.
Potions for every situation.
Меня колбасьте, настройки сбились. Все.
Here's my question about being an adventurer. How do you know when you're done? How is it being an adventurer? Probably have to dress...
Well, a hero. Don't see that every day.
Настройки игры. Чуть-чуть голосу убавим.
The kingdom is doomed.
You were successful then. Bloody marvelous. You'll be glad to know I have some information on the mercenaries Sabine mentioned. They're led by a man called Saker. He used to be a soldier, but always had more in common with bandits and cutthroats than the military. His men are holed up in a small fortress in the mountains, so it won't be easy to get in. But I have a plan.
So come here and...
Come with me.
Okay?
Ух ты.
Ugh, how disgusting.
One of the mercenaries. A cold-blooded killer. His name's Clarence, but everybody calls him Jimmy. He was drinking in the pub all day and generally making life unpleasant for everyone. It wasn't hard to get him completely pickled. These young thugs. Bloody lightweight, if you ask me. Anyway, take his clothes and you'll have a free pass into their camp. Just try not to think about what those stains might be. You're not likely to convince anyone without a bit of extra effort. Even these idiots will notice if you don't have his beard or tattoos. I'm sure you can get hold of what you need around town, though. In the meantime, I'll find out who to talk to about getting food to the dwellers. They might not have much to spare here, but they're kind people. They'll just need a little convincing. Anyway, good luck dealing with Saker and his mercenaries. It'll be your first taste of real battle. But I know you'll do just fine.
Give hard cash for your
You appear to have earned enough gold.
Hey.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Okay.
You've acquired a new suit. I would say it's the best mercenary uniform that money can buy, which is a bit ironic, really. You do look the image of a mercenary. May have something to do with the fact...
Of course, should you have acquired a taste for labor, you may continue working for as long as you wish.
We've enough grog to drown a hog.
Купить перо. Наем. Сейчас тут.
The economy's doing so bad, I'm practically giving my stuff away.
Сюда.
What are you looking for? Yeah, it may be expensive, but it's worth every ounce of gold. Let's see what we can do for you. You're paying top gold for a top quality item.
It appears you have all the... Let's adjourn to the dressing room and see about your disguise, shall we? The appropriate facial hair adorns the bust before you. Perfect. You look dangerous and devoid of all human decency already. Now, for the tattoo. I considered getting a tattoo at one time, but I was afraid it might leave a mark. Turns out I didn't properly understand the process. Ah, yes, very mercenary indeed. You'll fit right in with those brutes. Now then, you better be off to deal with Seika, hadn't you?
Not quite repulsive, but well on your way.
Бежи.
Sail now on.
Нападение пса 4. О, тайник нашли. Ну, копаем, копаем. О, садение. Ладно, пойдем. Типа я уже тут был и уже все обокрал. Ну да, точняк. А, это, по-моему, как раз туда идем. Вот. Вот туда, куда нас не пустили.
Hi, Jimmy. Back from killing some dwellers? Come on in.
Пойдем, пёсик.
You been up to much lately? Nah, me neither. I sometimes wish I'd joined me dad with a family business.
Why didn't you?
Well, I never saw myself as a sugar salesman. And it wasn't really feasible after I killed him and all.
Shame.
Hey, Jimmy, over here. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over.
Я ща... Я вас как бы заберу.
Jimmy, over here, mate. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over.
All over, you
Hey, Jimmy,
stupid.
over here.
Да, потом.
Don't get too close. Damn thing's probably got rabies or something.
All right, Jim, how's things? You been drinking in Brightwall again? But don't let anybody tell you drinking alone is wrong. That's some of the best times I've had. Anyway, in you go then, mate.
Jimmy? That really you? You look different somehow. Were your eyes always that colour?
Nah, Jimmy's got periwinkle eyes like a beautiful summer morning sky.
That's not him! It's not Jimmy! Ha! Cop for that, you filth! Don't stand for it! Give it... Filthy house! Open the gates! Reinforcements!
You're supposed to be doing the whacking and smacking it, not the other way round. It's hardly worth killing you. Won't get much off you. Stop standing.
Давай полазим, может найдем что-нибудь сейчас. Ого, чем?
I can tell you can handle a gun, but can you handle me?
Что-то не то сделал, надеюсь, стоит. Жесть, идёт. Ладно, на самом деле нет.
Don't worry, mate. Keep that bullet out here. Yeah, make the scum-cast bugger bleed.
Any moment now! You and me! He's nearly done, boys. Let's finish him.
Kill the bugger before he shoots someone else. Who cares? I'll beat you to death with these fists. Hey, it's not
Might as well accept it.
Stinky.
ключик, спасибо. Ох, как хорошо, сука. Добыча вылазили.
Jimmy was my mate! Die!
This is gonna be an interesting fight. We'll win in the end, I reckon.
Hello.
Сохранимся, ребят, на всякий случай. Тяжело подать. Где? Голову.
Leave him! He's mine! You've left quite a trail of bodies. You're not one of Sabine's dwellers, that's for damn sure. But you'll die like one. won. This battle is yours. Kill me or let me live. It's your choice. And my men will honor it. We may be nothing but mercenaries, but we have our codes, like any other soldiers. We'll leave the dwellers be, no matter what you do. That is a warrior's promise. Thank you. I won't forget this. Let the stranger go!
You have taken another step on the road to rule. Sparing Seika has won over the support of his followers. Word is already spreading of your compassion and your strength.
Ща. Мне тут надо взять. Так, начало слева. Это что? Давай возьмем. Позволю онлайн лайк, сколько дома, 200 ребенка и восстановление. Так уже пакет чего-то не дочитал. Также вложили пакет любовного лаваша. Ага, хорошо. И налево. Сколько стоит? Все, вполне не хватает.
It is a momentous occasion, your first victory in battle.
What?
I'm no expert on personal combat, but I would say, based on the fact that you're not dead, you acquitted yourself rather well. It's hard to believe that just a few days ago I was rousing you from a comfortable bed. It would seem that you have completed 2 of the tasks. Sir Walter is still waiting for you in the Brightwall Tavern. He seems to have become rather attached to the place. If you return to Brightwall, you will find Sir Walter has some news on how to fulfill the last requirement.
А что там последний ребят? Я не помню.
Feather in my beer. Is that normal?
Yes. Brew a rather piquant flavor.
Oh, but Samuel, this isn't a silver hen ale. Ah, here he is. We were just talking about you.
Indeed, we have made a toast to your stupendous feat in ridding Miss Peak of Seika and his men. They have been a source of great distress for some time.
Nobody will be more pleased than Sabine. His dwellers might find some peace now.
Of course, nobody has suffered more than they.
I've been telling Samuel here about the terrible situation they're in. He thinks he may be able to help.
Yes, well, perhaps. I mean, of course. The thing is, as I was just explaining to Sir Walter, Brightwall has no overabundance of resources itself. The King's levies are rather steep, and we face shortages more often than is comfortable.
But
Were you to improve things around Brightwall, the people would be most grateful. And when people are grateful, they're also charitable. I'm sure they would find it in their hearts to send aid to those poor people.
there you have it. The way I see it. You will need all the followers you can get if you're going to lead a successful rebellion. What better time to start?
I heartily agree with Sir Walter. Pardon me for overhearing. As it happens, I've learned of a promising method for amassing followers. If you'll return to the sanctuary at your earliest convenience, I can show you what I mean.
We have a shortage of some goods. Great money for anyone.
Now, the book says there is an additional rather amazing capability about the sanctuary's map table. It can help you find people who are in need of a hero. An excellent way to gain followers is by helping villagers in need. Take a closer look at Brightwall and I will explain more. You can now see the villagers in need. You can also see how many followers you must amass to impress Samuel and the people of Brightwall. Select a villager to help. By doing so, you will gain the respect and loyalty of others in the region. Choose whom you wish to assist. Doing so will gain you followers. By completing quests for those in need, you will prove your abilities and demonstrate your potential as a leader.
I used to open myself to the world when it was different, happy, prosperous, peaceful. But that world is gone, and today's is a tragic and horrible place. I find myself feeling protective, sad, closed off. Is there anything left that is not evil and corrupt or broken and miserable? Anyone who is still innocent, pure, happy? The sight of one such person, no matter how small, would do so much for my spirits. I would open myself to the world again. I fear that I shall never look upon beauty or innocence again.
Как вы мне прикажете такого человека привести? Где мне его оставить?
Last time I was here, Brightwall was buzzing with culture. I remember an acting troupe who attracted huge crowds.
Get yourself a gun today. It's a sensible thing to do.
I have the best
Don't
shop
know
in
whether you can carry
Brightwall.
a tune, but they're looking for a bard, you know.
That was so cool! Yay!
Being low on gold isn't much fun, is it? Sometimes I think about selling my body, but then I go right back to thinking about accountants. You got some kind of incrustation.
Me, I'd have chopped that Saker's head off. Think I overdid it last night.
Don't fight with your hands. Use a weapon.
Those trousers are vile. Get them off.
Да твою мать, я почту еще.
My father always said I should...
Got a question, or maybe you're just browsing?
О.
Thanks for coming in.
Понял.
Wow.
Hooray! Hooray!
Got to tell my wife about that. I sell the best items in all Brightwall.
Woohoo! Oh, I want to make something of myself.
Woohoo! Woo!
Go on!
Yes, yes!
Oh, all right.
My wife threw me out, and I've got nowhere to go.
Our prices are quite good. Wouldn't stay in business if they weren't.
да?
That Saker always seems to get away with
With
it.
the help of
He'd better
fine
not shop
people
around
like
here
your
anymore.
good self, I'll get off.
О, давай, пирожочный. Пирожный.
If you love gnomes, you'll love Brian.
Ой.
Bit funny looking, but it'll do. I might keep that one for myself.
Wonderful
There was
to
a
see
bloke
you, as
trying to
always.
sell him a
Well, at
duck.
least
Pie mastery, right there.
well. And I have a feeling things will get even better.
You know, my furniture is falling apart.
You handle that dough like an artist.
Bowerstone Market.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, just realised I'm running late. See you later.
You handle that dough like an artist. Great pie. Pie of the decade? Only time will tell. You're good at this. Sublime.
На летнее больше всего зарабатываю.
Oh, that's a good pie. Clean it up then.
Вот даже не так быть пирожным. Будет моя и начнет свой бизнес с благой пакет внимательно покупать. Упс. Вы хотите сказать, я зря... Так парился.
I have no doubt that the people...
Ну ладно. Давай.
Dare I say, you're not...
Что-то ты меня сейчас сюда видел.
Last time I was here, Brightwall was buzzing with culture. I remember an acting troupe who attracted huge crowds. What was their name?
Короче, хер его знает, что за задание. Я правда не знаю, кого можно привести.
The whole town's talking about those pies you made and asking when they can get some more. Isn't there a set?
Меч страсти. Вот это они дорогие.
Maybe you should do that again.
Добро. Ой, прости.
Are all dungeons dark and damp?
You brute.
Or are there any
Watch where
light
you're
airy
going.
ones? I like the idea of adventure. It's just I have a bad bag.
I was hoping I'd run into you again. Nice to see you.
Jam. Get the jam.
Last time I was here, Brightwall was buzzing with culture. I remember an acting troupe who attracted huge crowds. What was their name?
Вот, ага.
We're low on stock, so I'll give you a bit extra for certain items. Happy to be of service. I hope I can make a profit on that. We have a shortage. I hope I can make a profit on that. Bit of a short. Always happy to buy your unwanted items.
Last time I was here, Brightwall was buzzing with culture. I remember an acting troupe who attracted huge crowds. What was their name?
Вот они. Где? Тут? Ну, 75 денег. Тут тайников уже нашел. Ну иди сюда своими бешеными курицами.
Oh, this is terrible. Somehow... Right, you'll need this. Contrary to what most people think, chickens are very, very crafty. They won't...
You've a new suit in your wardrobe, a new feathery suit.
Any other business to attend to?
Большой мой. Два владения как ничем дан.
When someone has given you a gift, I will keep it for you here until you wish to unwrap it. I shan't peek, I promise. Well, the Book of Heroes takes a decidedly surreal turn regarding this room. It claims that there are other parallel worlds and even other heroes. You can communicate with them and even travel to their worlds. You can use this to invite friends of yours here.
Пошел я отсюда.
There are new trophies on display in your trophy room. I decided that was the most appropriate place to put them. You've a new type of gauntlet available. Swords inflict moderate damage quickly. The weapon of choice for an agile warrior.
30, 22. Мушкета.
Fall for any of that. Come here, chickie, chickie. I've got some lovely treats for you. Oh no, too smart. You have to defeat them psychologically. Now, they won't remain one concentrated force. That's lovely. Just keep doing what you're doing. And no matter what, don't show them any fear. Use the chicken suit to get them to follow you. It's a bit crazy.
Да.
I've been going through a rough patch these last few decades.
Last time I was here, Bright Wall was buzzing with What's their name?
Well done. Their reign of terror is over before it began. All right, see if you can find some more. You sure you're up for this? Many a valiant man has been destroyed trying to outwit chickens.
Да, чувак, мы опозорились с тобой. Ну чё, братья, чё поделать? Такова наша участь.
Finally, a little money coming into this town. A little's even coming through my door.
That's all of them. At last, the town can rest easy.
Oh, Bernard, you've got to lock them up again. This isn't right. They deserve to be free.
You're always on about the chickens and their freedom. You know what I think? I think it was you let them out.
You're right. I admit it. I couldn't live with myself any longer being complicit.
All right. We'll let them live. But only if you swear never to let them out again.
All right. All right. We'll work this out.
I hope I haven't made a terrible mistake. But if I killed them, I would just make them martyrs. Oh, I just don't know about this.
It's what's best, Bernard.
A rather special gift has arrived.
I hope everything is in order. You do look the image of a mercenary. May have something to do...
It's the right thing to do.
I wish I could believe that. I really do.
Now we just... have to fix...
Чтобы испытать свои силы. Ля-ля-ля. О, я тут был, что никогда не было. Украшение. Не туда. Пиздец, блин, такое расстояние. А, ты есть моя подпочелена? Серебряная чаша. Барракуда.
Renting out a house you own is a fantastic way to make money. Real estate is always in demand.
Вариант мужские сандали. Эликсира. Прикольный домик. Маленький, но интересный. Ну давайте, ничего, так хорошо. О, бля. Из недавно я бы, наверное, всех заметил. Запас. Так, что ли? Сколько тут? Убили. А, вот, смотри, а тут на второй этаж можно. Игрушечными. А как нам взять? 25. 40. Ну все, готово. Ой, я аж свалился. А я не знаю как.
I have no doubt that the people of Bright...
А, тут вот прикол. Он даже не отмечается. Тут его пойдите, найди. Уже новое. Новое. Вообще зубы.
who attracted huge crowds.
Please, you've got to help me. I'm so worried. It's my daughter, you see. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Please bring her back safe and sound as soon as you can.
Арская долина. Пошли. Я бегу.
Help me! Help! There's so many of them, and they're so scary. Please take me back to Mummy. Are you here to take me home? Whoa! I wonder what you'll do next. Yikes! Nasty monsters! Ah! That's really dangerous. Do you use it on monsters? That looks really dangerous. Do you use it on monsters? Ooh, yeah! Oh. Hooray! Make me afraid. Are you one of those adventurers? So I hit like a girl, do I? You'll see. Mummy said I shouldn't talk to strangers. Oh, I just did. We made it out of the cave. Brilliant.
Вот девочка. Я тебя тут знаю.
Help! What's that? Help! adventures too. Yesterday I saved a town from a big monster, and they said I could be their princess. Hi. Whew. I knew you weren't really going to hurt me. I spy with my little eye something beginning with S. More nasty things! Don't let them eat me! Cool. You could really shoot someone's ear off with that. Whoa. Are we there yet? Are we there yet now?
Bing bing bong, bing bing bong bong bong. Ding bong, ding bong, ding.
There's my mum! Mummy! Mummy!
Oh, sorry.
My darling, my little darling, what a relief! I was beside myself. I can't thank you enough. I'm forever in your debt.
Oh, feels bad. Меня тут задание есть. Ну давай.
Do us a favour, and I'll be your friend. Great, thanks.
Okay now, show it.
Nice of you to let Bernard's chickens live.
Huh? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh!
Better
Still
goods,
gonna
I can
fetch
afford
me?
them or what?
Ooh, wasn't expecting that.
It's even coming through my door.
Last time I was here, right wall.
Just so you know. That's brilliant. Cheers. Nice doing business with you.
Где хотел, как лежит. Как он лежит. Опять пещера, что ли? Нет, ладно, просто не видишь. Да сюда.
Where last time I was here, Brightwall was buzzing with culture. I remember an acting troupe. who
You got
attracted
it!
Huge
I
crowds.
can't believe it. That's great.
What's their
Thanks.
name?
Tom Muchley, me old pal.
Congratulations, you've made a friend. In addition to being jolly good company, friends can give each other gifts and even discounts at shops that they own.
Always a pleasure.
Я вижу, что.
If you fight any renegades, I hope you make them suffer.
Кто такой? Что его? Его?
You, good sir, you who live in such a...
You will find the legendary lost play. Splendid.
Finally, tragedy and comedy will come together as they should.
Turn back now, mortal one.
Уже ничего. Это
Stay away from this only death and insanity await you. Don't pick it up! No, really, I'm serious. You lot just can't leave well enough alone, can you? Bloody literary tourists, bane of my afterlife. Listen, you're not getting my lost play, you hear? It's rubbish, worse than rubbish. I mean, what was I thinking mixing tragedy and comedy? I must have been off my rocker.
It would seem, my dear fellow, you have been apprehended by the ghost of Philip Morley. That makes us both his captives. I am Ransom Locke. If the name seems familiar, it is because I was once a detective of some renown. And yet, here I am, ready to live out the rest of my days, trapped in a book. As far as I can deduce, we are currently in a scene from one of Morley's greatest romantic plays, the near tragedy of Oliver and Ethel. I believe if we are to escape, we must act out the scene. But performing is not one of my talents. If I am correct, putting on this costume should set things in motion.
Oh, Ethel, my love, my life, my son. If thou wouldst but give me one sign, one gesture that would speak of your affections, then might I think this grey existence worth living.
Ah, yes, a classic moment in the play. You are Ethel, the beautiful young daughter of a dung merchant. Show Oliver that you love him, and we may be able to leave this scene.
My heart is yours, my love. Let the heavens and the seas, the toads and the eels sing the song in my heart, for she doth love me, and all is well. We shall meet again in the morrow, my little ferret, and elope into the sunset to live out our days in wondrous joy.
A magnificent rendition. Truly, I applaud you.
I see you are gifted with remarkable literary cunning, but can you really comprehend the depths of my work? That we shall see.
Ah, yes. This is undoubtedly a scene from one of Morley's earlier, funnier plays, Bloodbath at the Royal Court. And this must be your costume. The role of the fool is one filled with tragic depth. It will require a masterful performance.
What fresh insolence is this? Out of my throne, you impertinent buffoon! Stand before your king, and do your jester's duty. 'Tis a troublesome time for this court, and my crown grows heavy. So make me laugh, or I shall have your head.
Kuchi-kuchi-koo.
Oh, stop, it's too funny. I believe I'm in the right mood now to meet with those foreign delegates. I think I shall only behead half of them, yes.
I have never seen a more convincing fool. There is hope for us yet.
You handle my royal dramas as well as you handle my romances. But will your versatility extend to the more subtle domains of theatre, I wonder?
Boy.
Oh dear. Unless I'm mistaken, this is a scene from Morley's notoriously violent historical epic, Titus the Mutilator, Part 2. Which would mean this is the gladiatorial arena from Act 5, where Titus is finally slaughtered by savage warriors seeking revenge. A favorite scene of mine as a child, I must admit. And here is Titus's famous costume. I had some pajamas that looked just like it. Put it on and you will take on the greatest role of your life.
Titus! Thy pox-membered body shall pay for thy monstrous villainy. My son lies dead because of you. Now shall revenge be mine. Cold as your corpse and all the more flavoursome for it.
Do try to make your demise convincing.
Oh, we're going to enjoy this.
Good work. Keep it up, and we'll be the victors.
I hope that one leaves a scar. Good stuff. Keep
Beating up on my friends, eh? I ain't good. More of my kin lie slain, and yet you live. You have breathed your last sulphur-scented breath, Titus.
We've never lost a fight. Did you know that?
Want some marshmallows? It's my turn for first choice in the room. Wow, what the hell was that? You all right?
Incoming, lads!
Ah! The sucker's shooting at us! All my men dead, my vengeance denied, my world undone. I cannot stand to live 1 second more.
A tremendous performance. That's just the ending I wanted to see when I was a young boy attending the theatre every weekend. I wonder what scene will follow now.
Oh, what scene could possibly follow such a masterful rendition of my work? And the way you improvised some of those roles, you brought new life to my words. I stand in awe. You have earned the prize no mortal has ever been honored with before. My missing play. I entrust it to you, for I know that you will do it justice. I call it The Ham Sandwich. A metaphorical title, of course.
Ah, you have retrieved our aged investigator. Happy day! Have you, perchance, found...
This is no time for perchances, Lambert. The play. Do you have it? We're saved, Lambert.
Oh, the joy in my bosom knows no bounds. Thank you 1,000,000 times. Thank you.
His head bosom. It's already working. Comedy and tragedy will at last join hands.
Hark. Bear witness to the tragic futility that is man. Oh, how it doth sear my senses to see paradise and yet to be barred.
That reminds me of a great joke. A guard, a monk, and a chicken walk into a bar. Unfortunately, the bartender had a mild heart attack that morning, so none of them get served.
And yet what purpose doth heartache serve when the infinite dark blanket that is death falls softly upon our still beating corpse?
That reminds me of another one. A corpse walks into a bar and says, "Can I have a lemonade?" "Certainly," replies the bartender. "I've never seen a stiff drink."
And so endeth our happy sad play, which reminds us we are made of nothing but clay. There's time only for our fool to say,
"Great big giant bosoms."
What the hell was that?
Biggest load of old tosh I ever saw. It didn't even make sense.
Worst play ever.
Well done. You have gathered quite an impressive following in Brightwall. This should be more than enough to convince this little hamlet to send aid to the dweller.
I'm beginning to understand
I believe Samuel
why
awaits you at the
Philip
town gates to
Morley
express that
never
very
published
sentiment.
this particular piece of work in his lifetime.
civilization will rise with the broadness of brain to truly
Интересные ключи. Ищу я вас по всему миру, а найти не могу.
Looking for something special?
Whoa!
Esteemed citizens of Brightwall, today we demonstrate the generous nature of our fair town. For too long have our mountain neighbors suffered in silence, and now we extend a helping hand. But this effort would not have been possible without the courage and determination of one man, the son of the old hero king. From this day, we shall know you as the hero of Brightwall. Before you leave, we ask of you one favor. As we pledge ourselves to you, so we hope you will pledge to return Brightwall to its former glory and reopen the academy which your father founded.
I will.
Very, very good, very good. I expected nothing less from you. These volunteers shall carry the supplies to the dweller camp. They may have them with our blessing. I hope you will return one day, not just as our hero, but as our king.
We've got something for every budget. You should spend your money.
You have done a wonderful thing for those poor people in the mountain. They will be overjoyed when you arrive with the...
Our
hero returns, bringing good tidings. And supper. Damn thing doesn't open. How do you open? Oh well, I never thought you'd actually get it, tell you the truth. Boulder. We've been blessed, my friends. We have made an alliance that has already brought us life. One day, it will bring us much more. We require but one more offering before we fight at your side. Boulder, promise to restore these mountains to their full glory and to protect our right to dwell in them, and promise you will bring nothing but the fiercest justice upon Logan's head.
I promise.
Then may we be carried into the castle by the dark storms of fury.
You'll have to wait a little longer for that. It's still just us against a whole army. We need to recruit more people.
I was afraid you'd come over all logical and sensible. Well, you have brought us a feast, and we are free to hunt again. We'll just keep on eating and drinking till you're good and ready. Right, Border? He couldn't be happier.
You have made an important ally today. The revolution cannot hope to succeed without fighters such as Sabine and his people on your side. You have the beginnings of an army now.
Пока не нужно. Тоже. Хорошо. Сначала готовить. Дело можно. Тогда можно. А тут сколько? А, мне печать не хватает. Все, я пошел. Прежде чем пойду... Ой. Прежде чем пойду, открыть надо. Перерывчик. Ну где, поехали.
You gotta show me those moves. I couldn't be prouder of what you've accomplished here. But there is still much for us to do. And I know just where to find our next allies. I'll meet you at the station in Mistpeak when you're ready. The revolution is just getting started.
What was that noise? No, no, no.
Yuck, that's gross. Whoops, sorry.
Home is where the heart is, as they say. It should also be where you have your best furnishings. Now, have you given any thought to redecorating?
О.
I don't like you.
Аренда.
Have a look around. Thanks very
You
much.
scared me looking like that.
Always happy to help.
I could do with replacing my furniture. I'm sick of getting splinters.
Spend your way to happiness in my shop.
Any idea where I can buy some potions? I like the pretty colors.
See ya.
Да-да-да. Ой, это что такое?
Looking for something special?
Need any help?
Or will it just be the regular stuff
That's
today?
a fine item.
Right, thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
My neighbours were so nice to me
Novichok.
when I was ill a couple of weeks ago.
You're a very nice person. It's sometimes fun to see what your parents are doing, even if it's boring. Kids just like to know what people are up to, that's all.
He is such a nice person.
Skin like a newborn baby. Not bad for someone in so many scraps.
Тройник. Песик, где тройник? Показывай. Ну, покажи.
Hi there. How can I help?
That's brilliant. Cheers.
О. Повернемся.
Upon that wall, you'll find the contracts representing the promises that you've made to the people of Albion. Your contract with Samuel is there, for example.
Я еще походу много тут, да? Ладно, ребят, на этом стрим мы заканчиваем.
I placed the contract
Ну, всё,
representing your
хватит,
promise to
поэтому
Sabine on the wall.
ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, нажимайте на колокольчик. И до скорой встречи. С вами был
Welcome to
Красный
the Sanctuary.
Скорпион, до полночи Джаспер. Еще пинка дам. Все, всем пока.